Friends, hello, it is August 15th, and let's dig into Nvidia here, what's happening. So, get right into it. First, let me say this as the guidelines before I get wrecked in the comments. Just like every other investor and human being, right now, I am extremely bullish on Nvidia here. So, let's go ahead and get that straight. I just want you to know that. But I think, like a lot of us out here, we're thinking that we are in a huge trap right now. Obviously, with that, on the 28th of August this month, as you can see, Nvidia will be announcing their quarterlies, which we know are going to be great. Then this year too, we're going to see the new phase of their new chip, which next year will drive up probably even bigger numbers, if you can believe that or not. So long term, yes, very bullish on Nvidia here, but I think we're in this little small time right now in the market where we have a lot of people saying we're about to go into a recession. We have other people saying no, we're about to hit fourth gear, and we are about to see numbers we've never seen before because we're about to have rate cuts. So with that, Nvidia here, this is a moment that will change the course of your life potentially with like 10 years from now if you do the right thing. So Nvidia has ran up here to over $122 again, and maybe tomorrow we might see it hit 25 potentially. But let's talk about this trap. Is there a trap? Potentially. So with that, I have made this very technical chart. I do understand that this may be a little difficult to understand, but these are the stages of what could happen to where people may be very upset. So we have Nvidia right here at 130. People are happy. They're like, this is amazing. This could potentially happen. I'm not saying it's not going to. Like I said, everyone's kind of the same boat here. They're kind of suspicious with Tesla running this hard. With that, we could see Nvidia shoot back down to maybe a 115. That's your second stage right here. Now then, your third stage is going to be Nvidia going right back down to like 105 area. And that's where people are pretty upset, pulling their hair out. And then we have the $90 range. That's where people have been beat up, fell apart, and they're like, you got to be kidding me, because they're buying at 118, 120 right now, and they're thinking it's going to keep going up. Okay, that's great. In the long run, yeah, sure, you're going to be fine. You're okay. But short term, you might get beat up here in the next 7 days. Let's explain why. We've seen this a lot before. Tesla is famous for doing this, for getting people stuck in situations like this. Tesla is completely famous for running up crazy numbers. People buy in because they don't want to miss it. It's FOMO. Like, it's a feeding frenzy. And then they buy in, and then, later on, a week later, there is a huge freaking sell-off, and everybody's like, you gotta be kidding. It happens all the time with Tesla. So, obviously, Nvidia here, completely different company. Now, with that, next week is going to be like this grace period. Next week is going to be somewhere where we're like, okay, can this momentum keep going? And here's what you should be thinking of, that guess who's watching this right now? Big fish out there, big investment firms that aren't just buying 500 shares of Nvidia. They're not just buying 1,000 shares of Nvidia. They're buying 5,000 shares, 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares. They're spending $2 million, $1 million, $4 million buying lump sums Nvidia. Then guess what? As it runs up, guess what they're going to do? They're going to sell it. And then when these big sales come in, it's going to bring down the price. And then little investors go, oh, that's not good. Then they sell off. And then people that are just emotional and impatient, they start to sell off. And then we have this effect of what we had just a week ago when Nvidia went to $90. So this is leaving the conversation right now. More than likely, I have to believe this, and I want to believe this because I'm greedy and I'm an investor, want to get into the best spot, and I want all of it I can get. I believe Nvidia might fall back down to 105, even to a $95 range. Now, obviously, that is my wish. That is my genie wish. That is what I want. And if we do see Nvidia fall all the way down to this $90 range here, where just people are beat up, it won't be there long. We know that. Nvidia, if it does fall apart here, it's going to run back up the last week of August here, because quarterlies are coming up, and quarterlies are going to be, they're going to be crazy. They're going to be good. We can pretty much guarantee that. just this one quarterly that Nvidia is about to report will probably be more than some companies will report for their complete year. Just in this one little quarterly that Nvidia is going to have this go around. So with that, this is just conversation out there right now. People are going, should I buy Nvidia right now? Should I not? I literally had this conversation with a friend yesterday when he was talking about, he's like, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? What do you think is going to happen? Personally, I'm going to be honest. I sold out of Nvidia around the 115 range, where I was like, okay, I'm getting out. I've made profit. I'm going to get out. I'm going to let this thing do what it's going to do, reset. I'm going to buy back in if we see a sell-off. I do believe there will be a sell-off. I believe there will be a sell-off even even when Nvidia runs up here 2 weeks from now with their quarterlies. I believe the beginning of September may be a little rocky in the market, leading up to, are we going to get this rate cut? We don't know. Potentially we could, but we don't know. We're already seeing trouble with crypto right now. Crypto, literally, as I'm speaking, is starting to show signs of falling apart again, which could bleed into the overall market, potentially. So, Friday tomorrow could be a little bit of a doomsday. Don't know. But look at this with two ways right now. Even if Nvidia falls apart here and it goes, say it just goes back down to 105, and you bought in at 118, please, for God's sakes, don't panic sell. Do not panic sell. Obviously you need to do what you want to do, but don't go like, oh my God, what am I doing? I want to buy back in cheaper, and I'm going to sell. That would be insane. That would literally be insane, because 2 weeks from now, Nvidia is going to be going crazy. 2 weeks from now, Nvidia could probably be at 140 or 150 bucks. That's how stupid this stock is, where the volume is just out of control. Look what it's done in just 7 trading days. We were at $90. I remember last week people were like, I'm just going to sell out. I'm done. I was literally reading comments where people were saying they were just going to take their losses, and they were selling at $90. Can you believe that? People were taking losses last week and selling. That is freaking insane. And now the stock is almost at $130. Just because it ran up. That's how fast the stock is moving right now. So if you're short trading the stock, which you probably should short trade some of it, I'm going to be completely honest with you, because this is going to be the lifespan here for a few months with this stock. What I'm trying to say is my hope, my desire, my dreams, my greed, a little dream right now and hope is that Nvidia falls apart. I hope it falls back down to even a $99 position. That would be amazing, because here's what we do know. After these quarterlies, we may see one more drop in Nvidia, but after that, the market with this presidential debate will shift. And if we do see a rate cut here in September, we may never see Nvidia at $120 here for the rest of the next probably 3 to 4 years. That's how serious the situation is with where Nvidia is going to be going. Once this new chip comes out, and we get into next year with even bigger earnings and cash flow coming in, even if you're buying at $120 right now, don't sweat it, because you're going to double, triple your money probably within 6 months from now. So if you get caught in this trap, don't sweat it. Just look at it as opportunity, and the only thing I could tell you to do, the smart thing to do, is don't panic sell and just average yourself down. That's the best thing you can do here. So friends, with all that said, I wish all of you the best of luck. I really do mean that. Let's see if we are about to be tricked here with Nvidia. Possibly could be. It may be in next week. Possibly next week this might show signs of falling apart. It is ran up so aggressive right now to where I don't know that it can hold itself up much longer. There's gonna be some sort of sell-off here, whether it's to 115, 110, or something lower than that. We're going to find out very soon. Friends, take care. I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.